with the Jaguars finishing 13-4 last year, there's a lot of people around the league that's this narrative that the Jacksonville Jaguars going to take a step back. But I beg to differ, though. And I think this team can really be special and make history this year and can make a real deep playoff run and prove a lot of naysayers wrong.
Was on terrific, I'm finessing in that kitchen, dead Fisher. Dope yellow collar, something like or Indiana Pacers, Judge Reggie Miller. I'm in that bit like a man.
So for me, man, I want to come and give my schedule prediction for the 2026 season for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I know I'm probably one of the few Jaguars content creators that waited so long to do their schedule drop, because I want it to be a little bit closer to the regular season, and I want to give a more realistic and a more realer perspective of this roster and the record. So let's get right into it. And we're going to start with week one. Week one, Cleveland Browns. I think we get a dub on that one. Now, there's an interesting fact about this game that I want to share. Deshaun Watson is 6-1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We haven't beat Deshaun Watson since the Jacksonville year. That's the only time we beat Deshaun Watson. I think that was his rookie season. And we've lost to Deshaun Watson ever since. We've been 0-6 against these guys. So I'm just saying, that's just something to watch for. And I think this game could be a lot close. You got a guy like Jared Verse. He's still a young pass rusher, and we've had a lot of offensive line issues early on in training camp. So I still think we do enough to win the game, and I give us a dub for week one. So let's segue into week two against the Broncos. Now, I think this is where we get our first loss. With all the offensive line issues, and we're going on the road, up in Mile High, where it's known for people to struggle, oxygen, things like that, the environment. I think, with the issues that we're having with the offensive line early on in the season, I think that play a part. And I think that the Broncos win that game, and I'm going to get a Broncos to win in that game. Not to say that, that everybody else don't show up, but I just think that with what everybody was saying about this Broncos team last year and how Jacksonville just went in there and dominated, I think they circled this game to get their lick back. So I'm going to get the Broncos to win in this in the week two game. Then we're going to go home back to week three, and we got the Patriots. I still like us winning that game. I think with the issues with A.J. Brown, Mike Vrabel issues with the Diana Rossini, there's a lot of, outlier things that's going on in New England. Drake May, they made him like a top, 20 NFL player last year. Can he live up to the hype? I don't think so. I think Drake May takes a step down. Jacksonville Jaguars defense will be much improved, and I think we get the win in that game. Now we'll say it over to week four, and with the Bengals. Now last year we played the Bengals, man. We should have won that game, and I think we want to get this game, and I think we win this game. It's gonna be a close game. Will Joe Burrow be healthy? And they got their problems too as well over there. Can this offensive line protect? Defensively, can they be better? I just think the Jaguars in a better space, and I like us winning that game. Now we head over to week five. Now we go start the London series, and we play against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Philadelphia Eagles is a team that I think is going to be good this year as well. And I think they're going to have a much improved defense. And I've been looking at some stuff around the league and just on the line, and they got Philadelphia Eagles one of the top 5 fantasy league defenses. So I think they're going to have a much improved defense. But I do think ultimately the Jacksonville Jaguars will win this game because we play in London all the time. But I think it will be a tough game, and it'll be a close game, and I think we will win that game, which that'll put us right now through the first 5 weeks. We're sitting at 4-1. Then we'll stay in London for another week, and we play against the Texans. Now, this is where I think we get our second loss at. After a tough week of playing Philadelphia, I think we get banged up in that game. I don't think we have major injuries, but it's a real physical game. And I think that, after that week playing Philadelphia, I think we lose to the Texans the first time at home. We lose to them. They get us. They're coming over there, fresh legs, fresh body. They ready to play. I think they win that game the first time. But when we go into our bye week, we come off the bye week, October 25th, and then November 1st, week 8, we play against the Colts. Now, this is going to be the rivalry week with the rivalry uniforms everybody been excited about. I'm looking forward to seeing all the guys in the stadium wearing their little rival uniforms. They dope. And yeah, man, I think we win this game, man. Now, the last time we played the Colts last year, Daniel Jones got hurt. They was having a phenomenal season, and everything went left. But I think that they can't win in Duval, man. They ain't won in Duval in a long time, and I don't see that changing this year. So I think the Jaguars win this game on the road. I mean at home, coming back from London. And it's crazy how this schedule sets up because they got us with 3 home games in a row, but technically those are not really home games. But with the stadium and everything being reconstructed and stuff like that, the home games are going to be our London games. So it takes away 2 of our home games. But I mean, it's just crazy though. But it seems like we was home those 3 weeks. You get what I'm saying? But we go on the road week 9 against the Baltimore Ravens. And I think it's another loss. Now, granted, the Ravens got a new coach in Jesse Minter. And, I'm a little bit skeptical about that. But by it being a short week, we got to go on the road. I think we lose that game. Now, we have in the past years, I've seen with Doug Peterson, we went on the road short week, went to New Orleans, winning one on Thursday night. But with this Ravens team, they have a lot of expectations on this team making it to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, I think they get the dub, man. I'm going to give it to them. So we come back home and we stay away. We stay off the road. We go back-to-back away game, and then we win against the Titans. First time with the Titans, Robert Saleh, new head coach with them. Now, they got a dream team staff. Let's see how they look this year. You know what I'm saying? Cam Ward did not look that good in preseason, man. They had a hard time getting Cornell take the ball. And I just think the Jacksonville Jaguars just leaps and bounds better than the Titans. I think the Titans probably the worst team in the division. So I got us winning that game. We stay on the road, and we in the Big Apple, New York. We got the New York Giants, man. I think that's another game we win. I just think, with John Harbaugh being the first-year head coach with this team, he still got a lot of culture and things like that to build this team. And I think that, the Jaguars win that game as well. We come back week 12. We got the Titans again at home. That's another dub. I think we get the win in that game. We go back on the road, Chicago. Now it's cold. We been in the cold part of the season. December 6th in Chicago. It could be snow on the ground there, man. I'm gonna say we win that game, but that's a toss up, man, because of the weather, bro. Like I don't know. Jaguars. We never really fared. At least this version of Jaguars. We haven't seen really playing any cold weather games. So let's just see how they look. I'm going to go with the dub that win against the Chicago Bears. I think, Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, they got a little, they've been throwing subtle shots at each other throughout the training camp, things like that. So we're going to see how that game works out. Now, we go into the home game, Steelers. Now, I got us beating the Steelers, man. I was never a fan of Mike McCarthy getting this job. I think we win this game. I don't see no issues beating the Steelers. Then we stay at home. Then we come back on the road to the Texans. Now, I think the Jaguars will win this second round against the Texans. This is going to be one of those get-back games because we lost the first one to the Texans. Then you got to think about the last time we played the Texans at their stadium. We was up on them and beating them in the fourth quarter. We let them come back. I think they win this game. And they beat the Texans the second go round. Now they stay in the state of Texas and they play Dallas. Now, right now I got us losing the Dallas game. But this is another game that I got to see how the season goes because I can see a possibility where we can win this game. If Dallas is doing bad, they're entertained. This is week 16. They're already checked out. They already playing for the draft pick, stuff like that. I think we win this game. But if that's Dallas Cowboy team is in a playoff hunt and they are, competitive, I got us losing this game, man, on the road. I think Dallas win this game. And then to finish off the season, we finish off with the Commanders and the Colts. And I think we win both of those games, which put our record at 13-4 again for the second consecutive season. And I think this team can do something real special like the Green Bay Packers did in 2020, 2021, where they won 13 plus games. And I think this is a situation where you can see the Jacksonville Jaguars can win 13 plus games the way the schedule's set up and be AFC South champions again for the second straight year, something that they've never done. I think this team can make a lot of history. And I think also, too, depending on the matchup in the wild card, if they get a wild card game, that they could go deep in the playoffs this year. I got this team ceiling this year AFC Championship. I think they could make it to the AFC Championship. I'm not going to say Super Bowl this year because I want them to go to the Super Bowl. I think all Jaguar fans want them to go to the Super Bowl and people that support this team. But if I got to be realistic, I'm going to say AFC Championship is ceiling for this team. And I think that they're going to be a team not to be played with this year. And they're going to set the stage for years to come for this young Jacksonville Jaguar squad. So I had to come in, give my thoughts on the Jacksonville Jaguar schedule and then how they season outlook. Man, y'all boys get in the conversation, let me know your thoughts. Am I tripping about the schedule, bro? Or what you think, man? Get in here and drop your schedule predictions in the comment section below. It's your boy Joe. Subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. Peace.